All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth and sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. And it said, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Your whole way of life is about to be turned upside down. It could be here today and gone tomorrow. And that's literally how, the life as you know it, that's how it's going to happen. One day you're going to wake up, you're going to go to the store, and it's going to be nothing in there. You're going to look around and see a lot of changes. You're going to be seeing uproars of the people. We already in that time of, the love of many waxing cold, because it's nothing but lawlessness and sin in this world. It's no order. This is the place of darkness and gross darkness to people. So when you really dig into the scripture, it's really talking about famine. Famine is on the horizon. And now, since I said that, I just thought about something. So my woman came home from the store yesterday and she took a picture of the shelves. And I was hype, but she was worried. That just shows you that it don't matter how much you talk about the times that we're about to head into. People, it just goes out one ear and out the other. I guess they think that we just making stuff up. But anyways, when she came back home, she was like, oh my God, man, I just wanted some lettuce. No lettuce, no nothing. Look at this. I took a picture. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, I'm praising the Lord. I'm just like, man, I'm hoping that this is it. Of course, it could have just been a day where the shipment ain't come in, but at the end of the day, man, we at that time. So I want to coin this video, Lord willing, if I remember. It could be here today, gone tomorrow. The same way when you go to 2 Peter 3:10, talks about the Lord coming as a thief in the night. See, the Lord is going to be in the missiles because he is a consuming fire. All right. Joel 2:11 said that the Lord's army, talking about the missiles, so he's going to be in the missiles. He's going to come, in the unwalled villages like a thief in the night. But we ain't sleep. We are awoke. We understand what's about to happen. But this is why we make these videos. And the Lord put the spirit on us to make these type of videos, because you are without excuse. So while you are still planning on trips, marriages, talking about your kids graduating, talking about grandkids, talking about the future, you don't know what's about to come down the pipe. And we're so close. And we're going to keep saying that. Number one, we're watching, so we're qualified to say these things. While the people out there that scoffers, the Lord already got you. He told you what you was going to do. There should come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts and saying, where's the promise of his coming? Because since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as it were from the beginning. 2 Peter 3:3 and verse 4. So the Lord already prophesied what you was going to do. And that's what the people do. So, suddenly the sown place is going to appear a song. And this is not, no deep video or anything, but this is like to highlight the point, man. Scriptures that you hear all the time, don't get desensitized to it. Because I bet you the people, matter of fact, I know for a fact the people was desensitized to Noah when he was telling the people, the Lord gonna flood this place. They never felt rain before. When you go to Genesis 2, it haven't rained on the earth. All right. Everything grew out of the earth from the dew, which is the water under the earth. All right. So it wasn't no rain falling from the sky in that time. Things grew of itself from the dew of heaven. So the point is that America never really felt no turmoil. I mean, you had the Civil War. That's about it. Pearl Harbor, That's all the way in Hawaii. All right. But I'm talking about missiles, warlike energy on America's soil. America never felt anything close to that. America been a bully their whole existence for the most part. So, and the people, took on that culture, that pride culture, the few, the proud, the Marines. All right. So you actually believe that America can't be touched and it won't be touched and it won't be, chaos. Y'all forgot. The pandemic was a test run. It was a test run. And a lot of people failed. They see, okay, we can get these stupid ass people to bow down to what we want. So now they got everything in play. So it said, and they that use this world, as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. When you go into the word fashion in the Greek, can't remember the word, but it talks about manners of life. The way that you see life now is about to pass away. The kingdom of heaven is about to come to the earth. Like the Lord's Prayer. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It's going to be order. All right. Right now, we in disorder. This world that we live in, man, this is how you know that the people is wicked and that the people is gone. Just from looking in the world right now, all the agendas that they're trying to push on the children, all the things that we see on TV, social media, the things that people say. The things that people say, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's got a camera talking their mind. They just speaking their heart, man. And it's just a whole bunch of philosophies out here that go against the Lord. And even if you don't believe in God, you know damn well that everybody have a conscience, except for Esau. All right. We understand he's the wicked, but I'm talking about you Jakes out there. You know right from wrong. You learn right from wrong back in kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that this world is about to go in smoke, literally. And also before it go up in smoke, it's going to be chaos everywhere. Lawlessness, the purge. I always reference that because when you read the scriptures and when you watch the Purge movies, that's literally what's coming to the earth. So that's Esau's way of trying to be the most high through his sorcery and witchcraft. He do it in Hollywood. All right. He shows you what he's going to do. That's his form of trying to be like the most high, as the scripture says. He's sitting in the seat of the most God. And that's the most guy. He's sitting in the seat of the most high. All right. Saying that he is God, wishing that he is God. That's really what it is. Now, what's the last thing that he don't have? Because the Lord have given him everything. Esau's in his blessing, but it ain't good enough. He said, you know what? I got to have the souls. I got to have the souls now. I want to put a microchip in everybody. That's the cherry on top. So, it said, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of Son of Man. That's Yahweh Shai. So, before it flooded the earth, people was eating, drinking, and being merry. Now, it says it's going to be the same in the days of Son of Man. The days of Son of Man is right now. Ever since Yahweh Shai died on the cross, resurrected, ascending on the right hand side of our Father, now he in his true glory that he had in the beginning. He had to come down here and be the sacrificial lamb for us. And people act like that's a light thing. But we are in the days of Son of Man. That's why people eating, drinking, being merry, and talking about the future, talking about this and that. But see, the days of the Son of Man, as soon as the day of the Lord, put it that way. The day of the Lord is going to be as soon as Great Tribulation start. Great Tribulation is going to be a famine. It's going to be Jacob's trouble, as the scripture call it. It's going to be a lot of things going on at the same time. That's why the Lord said it's going to be a day that have never been. Because all these things is going to be happening at the same time. It's been famines in the world. It's been wars in the world. It's been cannibalism in the world. It's been, People killing each other, animals killing people. Like all that happened before, but not at the same time. Bombs gonna be dropping. World War III gonna be going on in the midst of Jacob's trouble. The microchip is gonna be made mandatory, which is gonna cause sedition. Can't forget about the EMP. That's the thing right there. All right. The Lord said He's gonna smite Egypt again as before. He's gonna smite Egypt with plagues as before. 2 Ezra 16. So, in one of the plagues of Egypt, He blacked it out for 3 days. It didn't say that it was black for 3 days, but except for when the sun came out. The Lord can make the sun stay down. You're dealing with the creator of all things, and it's nothing hard for Him. So if He allowed Esau, which I think He is, because it's scripture, when the EMP do come, it's going to be dark out here, literally. And guess what? They got trained soldiers for the dark. You're not trained for that. If you don't got Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you ain't going to make it. It's just that simple. So it said they did eat, they did drink, everything that's going on right now. They married wives. They were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Same thing that's going on in the world right now. You got people talking shit against the prophets. We are in the same stead as Noah. We in the same stead as Ezekiel. We in the same stead as Jeremiah. We in the same stead as Enoch. All right. All the great men that have been before us here today in their lot. Some of them in the spirit world. Most of them here doing the same thing they was doing back then. Being mocked all over again. Same spirits here today that was mocking back then, mocking today, and you just here to receive your judgment. And those spirits that's doing the right things are here to receive their salvation. So the Lord is fair. And it says, and came and destroyed them all. Likewise, as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built. It's like, people just live life. See, the problem is that the way that you live life, it goes against the Lord. There's nothing wrong with living. There's nothing wrong with a little drinky drink. Nothing wrong with a little laughter. But that's why the scripture says that you got to know what time you in. A wise man discerneth both times and judgment. And when you go to Ecclesiastes 3, it said it's a time for love, a time for hate, time for war, time for peace. What time are you in? Only a wise man and woman understand what time that they're in. See, the world, long as you got social media and the bread and circuses and food and some weed, drugs in general, alcohol, all of that, you good. Big screen TV and a PlayStation, you good. But see, while Esau is sharpening his sword right now, he about to come down with great wrath because he know he had but a short time. He know his time. See, Esau is wise on the left-hand side. He's wise to do wickedness, but guess what? He's still wise. Luke 16:8, it said that the children of the world is wiser than the children of the light. So they're more wise. They're not wise than the men of the Lord, but they're more wise than y'all 2/3 unbelieving Israelites. So Esau sharpening his sword right now, as it said in Ezekiel 21. And you still talking about, oh yeah, baby, getting down on one knee and shit, putting rings on a girl finger who probably sleeping with your cousin, all right? Or got 3 other side niggas. And you talk about, yeah, man, I love a dog. I'm about to get married in 2025. All right. But the scriptures prophesied it. That's why we're reading about it. And it says, but the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Imagine this. So when you read this, you got to understand, like the day before, that's why I said I'm going to coin this, Lord willing, if I remember. It could be here today and gone tomorrow. So the day before, in all of this account, the day before that raindrop came, the days was normal. People was just living their life, their heart desire. The day before it rained fire and brimstone, they were just living life, living after their heart desire. It's going to be the same thing again. See, the Lord is going to take the men off the street before all hell break loose. And guess what? You're going to wish that you listen. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. See, in the day when in that day, he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in the house. This going into 2 Ezra 16:40 right here. My people should be as pilgrims on the earth. Let him not come down to take it away, and he that is in the field, let him likewise not return. You're going to be on the move. You're going to have to be on the move. It's going to be that bad out here. So your marriage is going to be canceled. Your graduation, your kids' graduation is going to be canceled. Everything is going to be turned upside down. All right. It's going to be turned right side up for us, Lord willing. If we part of the elect, we endure to the end, because we are not exempt from judgment. But the world as you know it is about to be turned upside down. And it said, remember Lot's wife. She looked back. She turned to a pillar of salt. You can go on YouTube right now and go see Miss Sarah. All right. Now, what's Lot's wife's name? I don't even think they gave her name. So Salakia, it ain't Sarah. All right. And that's Abraham's wife. And that was a good woman. But anyway, but remember Lot's wife. When you go to Wisdom of Solomon 10, it talks about that she became an example to unbelievers to all generations. I said, let me see if I can find that real quick. I think it's it said, moreover, the nations in their wicked conspiracy being confounded, she found out the righteous and preserved him blameless unto the Most High, and kept him strong against his tender compassion towards his son. When the ungodly perished, she delivered the righteous man, who fled from the fire which fell down upon the 5 cities, of whose wickedness even to this day the wasteland that smoketh is a testimony, and plants bearing fruit that never come to ripeness, and a standing pillar of salt is a monument of an unbelieving soul. All right. So Lot's wife is a monument of an unbelieving soul. So to end it on 33, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. So the way that you save your life is by going into the way of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and forsaking this life. And that's very hard for people. That's a stumbling block to people. But guess what? You're going to die in your iniquity. All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So it will be here today and gone tomorrow. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and Shalom.